The reason your brand's content doesn't get reach and engagement is pretty simple. Most brands suck at social media. You treat your socials like a print ad rather than a value-first community. And because of that, no one feels connected or invested. Honestly, how connected do you feel to those spam advertisements you get in the mail every week that you throw away instantly? That's basically what 99% of brands are doing on social media, and it is complete wasted time and effort. This is why the brands that are good at social media win like crazy and consistently go viral. But luckily, they don't have any secret sauce or deal with the algorithm devils. And similar success is absolutely possible for you if you're willing to do the work. And since you clicked this video, I'm guessing that you are. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 tips that will absolutely help you get better performance from your brand's socials. First, it is so important wherever you're going to show up and create content, you understand the culture of that platform. The reason why a bunch of brands have absolutely crushed it on TikTok is because they understood the culture and they played into it. And this can be done across every single platform. As platforms grow, they develop their own little culture and kind of tone to the platform. And that gives you a massive opportunity to stand out if you do understand the unique tone for each platform. So with TikTok, it's obviously very fun and playful. Instagram is a little more polished, and every other platform has its own little unique subtleties to their culture and tone. And the brands that get this, they double down on it, they win like crazy. So I'd rather you crush it on 2 or 3 platforms or even 1 platform than simply show up and not resonate on 10 different platforms. Tip number 1 is massive. Understand the tone and culture of the platform you're focusing on and play into it. Next, as a brand, you need to innovate and reiterate, not imitate. And that's kind of a tongue twister. So let me repeat that and I'll break down what I mean. As a brand, you want to innovate and reiterate, not imitate. So the brands that have the courage to do their own thing and be creative, break the mold and really do something unique, they win like crazy. That's the whole innovate piece. You definitely want to try to be doing that as much as possible. But granted, that is difficult and will take some time. So that's why I said innovate and reiterate. So what I mean by reiterate is study other content from creators and brands that are doing really well and see how you can reiterate on that content style or the content topics they're covering in your own unique way. You never want to copy someone. You don't want to imitate someone because you don't want to be a watered down version of someone's favorite brand or creator. It's just not a good idea. It's never going to bring the results and presence and connection that you really want as a brand. So innovate, reiterate, don't imitate. Cool. This is universal across all brands that break through on social. They do those 2 things and not the latter. So make sure to do the same. Over deliver. This may sound counterintuitive, but the more information you give away for free, the more business you will get from that content. And this is true again and again and again. Even in pure information-based businesses like coaches and consultants, the more information they give away for free, the more business they get. And oftentimes what they're selling in their paid programs is exactly what they're giving away for free, just in a far more polished and intimate experience. And that's what people are paying for. Too many brands fall trapped to not sharing enough and giving enough away for free. And if you're not providing any real value on your socials, how can you expect some random person to come along, find it, and want to sign up for more? It's just not going to happen. So you always want to try to over deliver on your content. And so if this is education, share your best stuff. If it's humor, relatability, whatever it is, share your best stuff. It's going to come back to you. And a lot of people make the mistake of thinking, oh, well, if I share my best stuff, who's going to pay to get more? And that could not be more wrong. When people consume your free content and it's better than stuff they've paid for in the past, they think, wow, how crazy must the content be that I'm going to pay for, or the product that I'm going to pay for, or the service. So really go above and beyond, share your best stuff. It's going to come back to you in business and recurring business down the line. It just builds so much connection and trust and authority very quickly. And a lot of brands don't break through because they hold a lot back, and that only hurts them. The next step is similar, but also equally crucial. Go above and beyond. There is so much content out there now, and only more and more to come as it becomes easier to create content. And with that, so much of it blurs together. 99% of people are doing the exact same thing, creating the exact same content. So the 1% who go above and beyond get disproportionate returns, because that 1% difference makes 100% of the difference when everything else looks the same or feels the same. So simply 1% better or 1% different stands out like crazy. And people can spot effort in videos. So go the extra mile, put the effort and thought into your videos, because it is way easier to go viral with 1 amazing video than 100 crappy videos. And this is definitely easier said than done. And to get to quality, you do need quantity. So what we recommend doing is going through practice, viewing every single post as an experiment, but maximizing your effort and thought into that experiment, and then using it as a learning piece for the next experiment. Simply doing that and focusing on getting 1% better with every piece of content you post is going to allow you to get to that 1% better than your competition, or the 1% more unique. And by viewing them all as experiments, you're just learning. Nothing is failing. But going above and beyond will absolutely win and help you break through that noise. That little bit of effort effort can go a very long way. It's never been more crucial as a brand to be personal and allow people the opportunity to connect with you and your brand. And for a lot of people, this either means they have a face of the brand or a creator is the brand. And that is a route that you can go. But even if you're a brand that doesn't have a face or isn't built by a creator, sharing more of you, your values, your beliefs, the things that go into you being the person or business that you are or brand that you are really does matter. And that can make a total difference in terms of how people make their purchasing decisions as well. And I can say this personally. I am someone who loves fitness, and there are a ton of brands out there to buy fitness clothing or equipment from. But because a brand did this so well by sharing themselves and their values, I specifically bought one brand. And the brand that I'm talking about is Alphalete. I've been buying their clothing for a very long time, even when it was way more expensive for me to do so, because I resonated with the brand. I resonated with the creator behind it. And I saw myself and my values aligned with what the brand was doing. And so with that, I was far more connected and way more invested, and my dollars followed that. I could have gone down to the store and bought from Nike, but I didn't feel connected to Nike. And I'd rather give more of my money to Christian Guzman, who is the guy who runs this brand, and the Alphalete brand, because I knew what it represented, the work that went into it, and I felt very connected to the whole story of that product. So when I put that shirt on, it's not just a shirt anymore, it's the connection and the relationship that I have with that brand's content and the creator as well. So be personal, share more of you, your values, and your team's beliefs so that people that align with that can actually do so and feel far more connected and invested with your product or service. It's a crazy powerful advantage that allows smaller teams or brands to really break through. With social media, any small business can become a very large business if they focus on brand, community, and connection. And by being personal is a great way to do that and break through. So make sure it's part of your strategy to share more of that. It's how you build a long-term sustainable brand and build die-hard fans that will buy everything you create. When creating content, you want to make sure to experiment like crazy. In today's algorithm landscape, every piece of content that you post is viewed completely independently. So every video has an equal opportunity to go viral, regardless of how your previous video performed. This should be really freeing for you as a brand because you have full creative freedom to just try everything. And so always make the piece of content you're posting the best that you possibly can, but you do want to get a ton of experiments out there because you don't know if a content style or approach to content will work until you've tried it. So just keep swinging. Every piece of content you create is like a lottery ticket. It could totally change the whole landscape of your brand if it connects with people, if it resonates, and if it hits the algorithm. And every video you post has the same opportunity to do that. So take the learnings from each piece of content before, put them into the next, and experiment with a ton of different content styles and formats. The brands that break through, they do this, they experiment like crazy, they find a few things that work, and they double down and do that again and again. So make experimentation a consistent part of your strategy. Even when you do find something that works, definitely double down on it, but still leave room to constantly experiment because things change all the time, and you don't want to get caught going to the well too many times when you could have found the next big thing that innovated or really resonated with your audience and brought in new people as well. So experiment, experiment, experiment again. Since you're a brand owner or a creator looking to grow on social media, this is the channel to help you do that. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down below so that you never miss a video that can help you crush it and level up. And if you do that, we get to hang out every single week, which is pretty cool. This tip is one that I'm massively passionate about, and the brands that get this, they win. Creators are brands and brands are creators at this point. So you as a brand owner or a marketer for a brand should understand that you need to think and act and create like a creator. So a ton of people just go out there and try to study brands, and it leads to them trying to copy what they've done. And I think that is the wrong approach. I think instead you should be focusing more heavily on studying creators, understanding the things that they're doing, how they're resonating with an audience, and how can you take that, work it into your brand's values and beliefs, and create your own unique piece of content with the learnings of what has worked and proven successful for creators. Plus, doing this gives you so many more people to learn from and creators to be inspired by. So many brands get put into a box, they try to study another brand, and they can't directly apply that to their product or service, and then they end up just making brutal copycat content. Whereas if you view yourself more as a creator and your brand as a creator, you can be far more creative and make content that is far more likely to resonate with the people you're trying to attract. So remember, creators are brands, and good brands are also creators. So think like that and approach content like that. You're gonna win big time. So I definitely want you studying creators, but it doesn't hurt to study brands that are absolutely crushing it. So check out this video right here for some brands that have implemented the tips that I've mentioned in this video and are absolutely killing it with social. I'll see you over there, and I'll see your brand on social. Peace.